Welcome to EXP 1100.02. We will be your instructors for the course this summer. My name is Hillary Carter.
And my name is Jim Lingo. In this video, we are going to review the General Education Requirements, or GE, for Ohio State students. We will be discussing the purpose and role of the GE in overall academic career of OSU students, describe the different areas of the GE, the unique ways to complete the GE curriculum, and describe how you can know if a course fulfills the GE or not while building your schedule for future semesters. Ohio State degrees have three components: the GE, major courses, and electives. Major courses help students develop an expertise in a subject and, in essence, allow them to learn a lot about one specific area, whereas the GE provides students a basic level of knowledge and skills in a broad array of subjects, which allows them to learn a little about different topics. It is within the GE that students are able to develop a broader skill set to help them be lifelong learners, global citizens, and more adaptable to changes in any career field. In our discussion of the different areas within the GE, we will discuss the basic requirements that students may have, as well as the types of transferable skills they can develop with the category. We will discuss the GE in a general way, as different majors may have specific requirements for courses in each category, so make sure that you review the GE requirements for the major you are interested in when considering how to fulfill your GE coursework. The first category we will discuss is writing and related skills. In this category, students develop written communication skills through writing short essays and longer papers, learning to think critically and how to articulate their thoughts clearly. Some classes in this category may include developing verbal communication skills through debates or presentations. All students have to fulfill two requirements within this category. The first is to complete English 1110. English 1110 is the basic introductory composition course. The last class in this category is also called the second level writing. This is a course that can be taken in a variety of departments, but will have the course number of 2367. This is an upper level writing course which can be taken in a variety of disciplines, allowing students the opportunity to write about specific topics in a field in which they are interested, such as psychology, dance, engineering, issues in healthcare, or current social and moral issues in the U.S.
Literature courses are different from the writing and related skills in that students don't focus on developing their own writing skills, but the focus is on evaluating the writing of others. Students can analyze literature from a variety of genres, including short stories, poetry, novels, and mythology, as well as from a variety of time periods and countries of origin. This requirement can help students develop critical reading and analytical skills, as well as interpretive and evaluative skills. All students have to take at least one visual and performing arts course. This category helps students develop an appreciation and understanding of the fine arts. This category includes coursework that gives students the opportunity to apply and create their own pieces of artwork, such as drawing, photography, and digital art, as well as courses that involve understanding the history and development of various art forms, such as music, theater, and film studies. Through this requirement, students will develop skills in understanding aesthetics, analytical thinking, and interpretive skills. Social science courses help students understand how people interact with one another and the world around them. It looks at the development of how humans relate to one another in a variety of areas and looks at a wide range of interactions, including ones between individuals as well as groups and organizations. The social sciences have three subgroups, and students need to take one course from two of the three groups. The groups are individuals and groups, organizations and polities, and human, natural, and economic resources. Social science courses can be found in departments such as economics, geography, political science, psychology, and sociology. If you are looking at a competitive major, you should check the prerequisites to see if the major you are interested in requires specific social science courses. The historical study GE requirement helps students learn how to think analytically about past events. Students will learn to read primary and secondary sources to understand historical events in their fullest context, enabling students to make connections about how a given event came to pass and how it influenced the future. This GE requirement can help students develop critical and analytical reading and writing skills. Though many of the courses that fulfill this category are in the history department, other departments, such as African American and African Studies, economics, and history of art, also contain courses that can fulfill this requirement. All students must take at least one historical study course to graduate. You must first have credit for English 1110 before you can take many of these courses.
In many majors, students can elect to take a second history course or take a Cultures and Ideas course. The Cultures and Ideas category helps students evaluate significant cultural events and ideas, providing a deeper level of understanding of how people have interpreted and understood the world around them. These courses may help you understand how a particular group of people or culture views their role in the world, or look at how different groups approach the world through a specific lens, such as religion or morality. Next is quantitative and logical analysis. In this category, students develop quantitative and logical reasoning skills, as well as the ability to think critically about practical problems and be able to identify valid solutions. There is a basic math component that students must complete either by taking Math 1075 or by placing higher than Math 1075 on the math placement test. Beyond that, you will want to check with your major requirements, as the level and amount of math can vary widely between majors. There is also a data analysis requirement, which helps students learn skills to analyze sets of data and basic elements of probability. This is an area that can also be very specific to majors, so be aware of what is required by the majors you are considering before signing up for a class in this category. Students also need to complete coursework in the natural sciences. These courses help students develop a deeper understanding of the scientific method, how science plays a role in their daily life, and how to critically evaluate scientific conclusions they are presented with. These courses help students develop skills such as critical thinking and analytical reasoning, as well as being more detail-oriented through lab work. All students will need at least 10 hours of coursework in this category, and those 10 hours should meet certain requirements. The first requirement is that students take one course in each subcategory of the natural sciences: biological sciences and physical sciences. The biological sciences contain courses that deal with living organisms, such as animal sciences, biology, entomology, food science, and human nutrition. The physical sciences deal with non-living matters or forces, such as astronomy, chemistry, physics, and the earth sciences. Along with taking at least one class from each subcategory, all students need to take at least one lab science course. There are different levels of science, so students should make sure they know what level of science they should take for majors they are interested in. Approximately 60% of majors at Ohio State require students to complete a foreign language requirement. Much like math, this is driven by completing a certain level of language, not completing a specific number of courses. Students need to complete through the 1103 course in a foreign language if they have this requirement. Students electing to take a language they haven't taken before would start in the 1101 level, meaning they would take 3 courses. Students that want to take classes in a language that they have taken previously can schedule to take a placement test to determine what course is most appropriate for them, and potentially reducing the number of courses they need to take to complete this requirement. If you want to take a foreign language course next semester but haven't completed the placement test, you should contact your advisor to find out who you need to contact to schedule the placement test. Students completing a foreign language will develop communication skills, utilizing reading, listening, and writing skills in a different language, and cultural understanding of people who speak your chosen language. Here is a list of all the college and individual majors that require a foreign language. Majors in arts and sciences, international business, public affairs, and public health. Ohio State also wants its students to be globalized citizens, and as such, it has some diversity requirements students have to fulfill. It should be noted that this requirement is unique to the GE in that it can be fulfilled by a course in one of the other GE subcategories. As such, it is designed to be completed through the other courses you take to fulfill your GE requirements. So a student can take a history course that focuses on East Asian history, and thus complete both a global studies and a history requirement. Note that you can't do this with any other requirement, so an English course that is listed as a second level writing and a literature course can count for only one of the listed categories.
Though each college has specific GE requirements to fulfill, and majors may have specific classes in a given GE category students have to take, it is possible to utilize the GE to create themes and study a subject unrelated to your major with some depth. For example, a student with an interest in how women are perceived can take the Introduction to Women's Studies, Women's Literature, and Hollywood Women in Film to fulfill 3 different GE requirements. Students desiring to focus on a part of the world could theme their GE requirements around a country or region. One example would be completing an Asian philosophy course for the literature requirement, taking East Asian history for the history requirement, and Asian art for the visual and performing arts requirement. The first part of planning for scheduling next semester is to have an idea of what coursework you already have completed. In order to see what classes are in progress and completed, you want to view your advising report. This is an unofficial version of your transcript and will show current and completed coursework, including transfer, PSEO, and AP credits earned. To access your advising report, go to buckeyelink.osu.edu. Go to the section called Enrollment and Academic History and click on Advising Report. Your advising report should open in a new window. If you have any technical issues, please call OIT at 614-688-HELP. Your next step is to look up each of the classes you have credit for and are currently enrolled in to see what GE, if any, they fulfill. To look up a course, go to buckeyelink.osu.edu and under the section called Academics, click on Course Catalog. This will take you to a searchable database of all the courses that OSU might offer. Select the department for the course, such as psychology, history, or English, in the subject area menu, and then enter the course number, for example, 1100 or 1100.02, in the catalog number box and click Search. This should take you to a course description such as this one. Under the header Enrollment Information, you will see information about the course including GE categories that the course fulfills. As you can see from this example, History of Art 2001 can fulfill both the Global Studies Diversity and either a historical study or visual and performing arts requirement, but not both. If you have any questions about how to navigate the general education, please contact your advisor and set up an advising appointment. The GE is a vital part of a degree at Ohio State and should be considered as an opportunity to learn as many different things as possible. Have fun with it and make it your own adventure.